faith, belief in action. Wish TV is sharing the stories of people who are guided by their faith from all religions, denominations, and walks of life, and in all the ways faith manifests itself. From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Finding Faith.
Dave Kosobucki is the Provost of Horizon University in Indianapolis and pastor of Horizon Central CityWay Church, a church in downtown Indianapolis that he helped start in 1998. And now he's turned author with his new book, Fatherless Reflections. He joins us now to talk about this. Thanks for being here. This is amazing.
Thank you. Very kind of you to have me on.
This is something that, unfortunately, even more so now, people are starting to understand what life is like without having that father in their life.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, but this book tells your story of what that was like.
Yes, so it's really about the fatherhood of God, but since my perspective is the one closest to me, it tells my story a little bit too, to kind of illustrate some of the issues that people deal with and how to deal with them.
What led you to want to write this book? Because you could have just shared that testimony in church or at school or whatever it may be, but to put it in public eye like that.
Yeah, I think I'd wanted to write for quite a while, but I wanted to have something to write about.
Yeah.
And then there came a point when I started realizing that some of my own issues that I was dealing with, they did go back to the whole fatherless thing and not knowing quite how to deal with the fatherhood of God as it appears in the Bible. Being a pastor, that counted for something. Yeah. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to start thinking about this deeply, put it to prayer, and out came the book in the end. That was a long time, but
I don't want to give everything away in the book, but I am curious, at what point did that relationship happen for you, where you said, okay, obviously there's a void in my life in this way without a physical father here, but God can fill that role in a way that I had never imagined. When did that shift happen for you?
Yeah, so really it happened a lot later than we probably should have, because I came to Christ. I was only 16.
Okay.
Started reading the Bible. And then after I had been a pastor for decades already, then I realized that void in my life of not really understanding a father was inhibiting my understanding of the fatherhood of God.
Yeah.
And that only happened really, I don't know, maybe 10 or less years ago. And I'm getting better at it.
Yeah. I know it's not easy, obviously, but on the surface there may be people out there going, boy, yeah, sure, that's easy just to say, just fill that void, but I'm living without a man that I need in my life.
Yes.
What do you say to people who are obviously going to push back to some of this?
Yeah, so I really think God wants to be the father that we need.
Yeah.
And even someone with the best possible father. That father is going to be imperfect, right? And so the fatherhood of God is still relevant for that. Jesus tells us to pray, our Father who art in heaven, right? And so he's telling all of us who believe in him to come to God as Father. Yeah. And so regardless of where we start from, God as Father through his Son Jesus Christ can be the end point.
I love that. When people read this book, what do you hope they take away from it? Whether they're in this situation or not, father, no father, whatever that may be.
Right. Well, I do hope they take away that fact that God wants to be to them the father that they really need. I mean, he's the best father imaginable, but I think we don't often, maybe because of the fatherlessness, we're hesitant to think of God as father. Yeah. And God wants that. I mean, he's expressed that way. He's revealed that way in the Bible. And so...
Well, I'm excited to read this book, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this and get something from this, and maybe get to know you a little bit along the way as well, which is amazing.
All of those.
We'll have all the information on our website so that you can check this book out as well and give it a read. Thank you so much. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you,
Come back
Cody.
anytime. That was a genuine pleasure. Very cool.
From Wish TV, this is Finding Faith. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, and be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.